What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and I was surprised to find out that there is a competition for starting center. Zach Rosenblatt, who covers the New York Jets for The Athletic, confirmed that there will be an open competition for who will be the starting center.
But here comes Josh Myers, and suddenly there's a competition that's been being called by Aaron Glenn a competition.
Yeah, actually, Darren Muji was the first one who said it.
Muji, I'm sorry. It was Muji.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not. So when we watch practice, we're not allowed to report on who goes with first team, second team, all that stuff. So I can't get into specifics, but I'd say it's pretty clear to me that there's going to be a competition at center there. John Simpson alluded to it in his press conference. He said those guys have been competing their asses off against each other. It's mildly surprising, I think, to the fan base. Especially if you just look at the facts, like you said, one guy's a second-round pick, the other guy they signed to a pretty small contract. But there are other factors at play. Like Josh Myers is more experienced than Tippmann technically. He's played with Justin Fields in college. He didn't have a great year in Green Bay last year. I think he's generally been a solid center. I do think the flip side of that is Joe Tippmann, I think, has a lot of potential, and he's very intriguing as this big athletic guy, smart kid. But at the same time, I don't think he was as great last year as maybe the perception from the fan base. I think he can be a really solid center. I don't see star potential necessarily. It would still be surprising to me if Joe Tippmann wasn't ultimately starting. And maybe this is just a way of pushing him or making Justin Fields more comfortable or whatever it is. But yeah, I think that's going to be a competition to track in training camp. And I'm curious to see how it plays out and if they split the reps or how they do it.
Now, at the end, he says that he thinks Joe Tippmann's going to end up winning this job, as he should. This should not be a close competition. If you watch Josh Myers in Green Bay over the last 4 years, really a below average center. They're not in the same stratosphere. I have some numbers for you, and we'll also just talk about eye test as well. Joe Tippmann, 5 sacks, 23 pressures, 97.9. Pass block efficiency. He graded out as the 9th ranked center, while Josh Myers had 1 sack, 31 pressures, 96.9 pass block efficiency, and the 41st overall center last year. Josh Myers played like a backup center, a good backup center, a good backup offensive lineman, but a backup offensive lineman at that, while Joe Tippmann got better from year 1 into year 2. Also, can't really show this by statistics, but if you watch him, Myers isn't a very good run blocker, and that's the strength of Joe Tippmann's game. The New York Jets in 2025 are going to be a run-heavy team. I get it. Last year, they had the fewest rushing attempts in the NFL, but they are likely to be a top 5 rushing team. And I don't really care that Josh Myers snapped Justin Fields the football 7 years ago, 6 years ago in college, whenever it was. It doesn't matter. This is the NFL. Joe Tippmann is a better player. He's significantly more athletic. He moves better, which is all important factors into the kind of scheme the New York Jets offense is going to be in 2025. I get it. Aaron Glenn's new here. He didn't draft Joe Tippmann. This whole regime was not here when they drafted Joe Tippmann. But Joe Tippmann's the better player. This really shouldn't be that hard. And again, I get it. There's open competition in here. No one's job is safe, that whole thing. But Josh Myers shouldn't win this job. If we're being serious, Joe Tippmann is the much better center. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.